Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste. Welcome to session 49 of the Sundarakandam learning series. We have begun the 14th Sarga in the previous session. Till now, what have we seen? We have seen that Hanuman in the 13th Sarga, after searching everywhere in Ravana's palace, Antapura, all the buildings and the inner quarters, was very despondent. Okay, and in the 13th Sarga, we saw the very important Shloka, Namostu Ramaya. This was a shloka that marked a turning point in Hanuman's mindset. Okay, here with great bhakti, he prays to Sita Mata to reveal herself. After that prayer, what does he do? He continues to search and then thinks, oh, this Ashokavana which I have seen that I'm going to enter, let me assess the surroundings before I step in. So the first 8 shlokas were descriptions of what he saw, the birds, the mriga, the trees, the way it appeared. Okay, all that was described in the first 8 shlokas. In the 9th shloka, what we have seen is that one who entered the Ashokavana, Rupaji, my window is fixed in a certainly different way than usual. It's been pinned, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Now
I want to see everyone's faces. I don't want to see my face. I want to go back to my old view. How do I? This is perfect for me. Is that okay for you for recording? No.
give me
No.
one minute. Give me
Okay,
1 minute.
I'll continue giving the summary. So in the 9th shloka, what happens is he is now leaping into the tree, which he has observed. In the trees, it is observed. So in that process, he disturbs the sleeping birds. So Vanaraha Vihagan Bodhayamasa. So the monkey Hanuman, I'm muting you, Rupaji. The monkey Hanuman disturbed the birds who were sleeping. This is what we have seen so far. Now let us see the next shloka. Utpatadbhirdvijaganaihi Utpatadbhirdvijaganaihi Pakshai Sala Samahataha Pakshai Sala Samahataha Anekavarna Vividhaha Anekavarna Vividha Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah. Vividhaha is the word, but after Sandhi, the Visarga disappears. So when I chant it pada by pada, I have to break there and say Vividhaha. When I'm chanting it completely, I have to say Anekavarna Vividha Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah. Okay, now line by line. Utpatadbhir Dvijaganaihi Pakshai Sala Samahataha Utpatadbhir Dvijaganaihi Pakshai Sala Samahataha Anekavarna Vividha Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah Anekavarna Vividha Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah. Together. Utpatadbhir Dvijaganaihi Pakshai Sala Samahataha Anekavarna Vividha Mumuchu Pushpavrishtayah. Okay, so now let us see the meaning. Mumuchuhu is the verb. Mumuchuhu means to let loose. He freed. He let loose. What did he let loose? Utpatadbihi Dvijaganaihi, or what let loose what? Utpatadbihi Dvijaganaihi Pakshaihi Samahataha Salaha. Salaha let loose. What are the salas? The sal trees. Okay, so they shed their flowers. Because of what? Utpatadbihi Dvijaganaihi. Utpatadbihi means by the newly risen. They were sleeping, no? These birds were sleeping on the trees. Hanuman landed on the trees. He woke all the birds up. So by the newly risen, Utpatadbihi, Tritiya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam, by the newly risen. Dvijaganaihi. Dvija refers to a bird. Gana refers to collection of birds. So by the birds that were woken up by Hanuman, Pakshaihi Samahataha. hit by, samahataha means hit. Okay, pakshaihi, by their wings. So these birds which had woken up from their sleep fluttered their wings. So hit by the wings, salaha, these sal trees, aneka varnaha vividhaha pushpavrishtayah mumuchuhu. Aneka varnaha, of multiple colors, vividhaha, of different kinds, pushpavrishtayah, a shower of flowers, showers of flowers, mumuchuhu, they released. So basically the birds rose up in flight, shaking the flowers of the trees, causing the flowers to fall everywhere. Okay, this has been poetically described. So now we move to the next shloka. If anyone has any questions, you can raise your hand and ask. I can stop and give a word by word meaning if I've missed out any word also. Pushpavakirna shushubhe, Pushpavakirna shushubhe, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Ashokavanika madhye, Ashokavanika madhye, Yatha pushpamayo girihi, Yatha pushpamayo girihi, Pushpavakirna shushubhe, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Pushpavakirna shushubhe, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Ashokavanika madhye, Yatha pushpamayo girihi, Ashokavanika madhye, Yatha pushpamayo girihi. Together, Pushpavakirna shushubhe, Hanuman marutatmajaha, Ashokavanika madhye, Yatha pushpamayo girihi. Here the verb is shushubhe. He shone. Who is shining? Hanuman shone. Pushpavakirnaha. Okay. Marutatmajaha. Hanuman. Ashokavanika madhye. Pushpamayaha girihi yatha shushubhe. What does that mean? Pushpavakirnaha. Covered with flowers. Now the birds have upset all the flowers of the trees. Where do the flowers fall? On Hanuman. So Pushpavakiranaha, covered by flowers. Marutatmajaha Hanuman, the son of Vayu Hanuman, Ashokavanika Madhye, in the middle of the Ashokavana. Pushpamayaha Girihi Yatha, like a Girihi means mountain, Pushpamayaha, that which is full of flowers, like a flower-laden mountain. Like Yatha, like that, Shushubhe, he shone. So Hanuman, this earlier also we saw, when he took off from the Mahendra Parvata to cross over to Lanka, what happened? The trees and everything clung on to him. The flowers of the trees seemed to fall on him as if pronouncing a benediction on Hanuman for undertaking such a noble task. Now again you see, nature is worshipping Hanuman by the flowers falling on him, because now again one more noble task is going to be achieved by him. What is that? Seeing Sita Mata. So it is like one Mangalakara occurrence happening to welcome him to the next step of the quest. Okay, again he is covered by flowers. Next, what happens, we will see. Deshah sarva pradhavantam, Deshah sarva pradhavantam, Vrikshashandagatam kapim, Vrikshashandagatam kapim, Drishtva sarvani bhutani, Drishtva sarvani bhutani, Vasanta iti me nire, Vasanta iti me nire, Deshah sarva pradhavantam, Vrikshashandagatam kapim, दिशः सर्वाः प्रधावन्तम् वृक्षषण्डगतं कपिं दृष्ट्वा सर्वाणि भूतानि वसन्त इति मेनिरे दृष्ट्वा सर्वाणि भूतानि वसन्त इति मेनिरे टुगेदर दिशः सर्वाः प्रधावन्तम् वृक्षषण्डगतं कपिं दृष्ट्वा सर्वाणि भूतानि वसन्त इति मेनिरे. Menire is the verb. Menire. They considered. All these words, shushubhe, menire, these are all in lit lakara. Okay, past tense. The past which we cannot see. So, menire, they considered. Who considered? Drishtva Dishaha Sarvaha Pradhavantam Vrikshashandagatam Kapim Drishtva Sarvani Bhutani Vasantaha iti menire. Sarvani Bhutani, all the animals, birds who were there in the Ashokavana, they considered. What did they consider? Having seen. Drishtva means having seen. Dishaha Sarvaha Pradhavantam. Dishaha Sarvaha, in all directions. Pradhavantam, one who is running. Dvitiya Vibhakti. Pradhavantam, that which is run. Who is running? Kapil, the monkey. Hanuman, who was running in all directions. How was he running? Covered in flowers. Hanuman is running in all directions. Why? Having landed on the tree, he's very small in size. Having landed on the tree, he's moving from place to place looking for what next? What can I see? Can I, now that from outside I saw flowers, outside I saw different colors of trees, from outside I saw different animals and birds. Now that I'm in the vana, what am I seeing? So he is moving quickly. So Dishaha Sarvaha Pradhavantam Kapim Drishtva. Seeing this monkey, which was moving in all directions, covered in flowers, nobody could make out it was a monkey. So, Sarvani Bhutani, all the things which are, all the living things which were there, the animals and birds, etc., thought, oh, this must be spring season. Spring has come to us. Because remember, this is the starting of spring, Chitra Masam beginning. So at that time, suddenly the flowers are all falling. Flowers are moving hither, thither, as if the Vasanta breeze is blowing everywhere. Okay, so the living things thought that Vasanta has come. What Tilaka says, what is there in the Ramayana Tilaka commentary is that Anyasya iha vane ashakya praveshanat Vasantah eva bhavitum iti. Okay, Vriksha sancharochitam kapirupamasthaye charati iti menire. So taking the form of a monkey that is covered in flowers, it is only Vasanta who has made an entry here, because even Vasanta, okay, Vasanta is a male. No male is allowed into Lanka without Ravana's permission, and certainly not in his Ashokavana. So Vasanta has taken the form, spring season has taken the form of what? Has taken the form of a monkey covered in flowers and is spreading spring season everywhere. So they thought, because other men just cannot enter here. The thinking does, they thought it was spring. I hope the meaning is clear. Yes, I'll move forward. Rachna ji, following? Okay. वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैः वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैः अवकीर्णा पृथक् विदैः अवकीर्णा पृथक् विदैः. If I want to join it together and chant, वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैरवकीर्णा पृथक् विदैः. Okay. रराजवसुधा तत्र रराजवसुधा तत्र प्रमदेव विभूषिता प्रमदेव विभूषिता वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैः अवकीर्णा पृथक् विदैः वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैरवकीर्णा पृथक् विदैः रराजवसुधा तत्र प्रमदेव विभूषिता रराजवसुधा तत्र प्रमदेव विभूषिता टुगेदर वृक्षेभ्यः पतितैः पुष्पैरवकीर्णा पृथक् विधैः रराजवसुधा तत्र प्रमदेव विभूषिता. Verb is raraja. Raraja same as shushubhe. Rajdatu, shone. Something shone. Who is shining? Vasudha. Raraja. The earth was shining. Okay. How? Prithak vidhaihi patitaihi pushpaihi avakirna. With prithak vidha. Prithak vidha means different kinds of. Patitaha, fallen. Pushpaha, flowers. With different kinds of fallen flowers. Avakirna, covered. Vasudha, earth. Tatra, there. Vibhushita, pramada, eva, raraja. Vibhushita, bedecked, ornamented. Pramada. Pramada refers to always a young woman. Okay. The subtle difference, Yoshita, we see for young wife. Pramada, we usually see for a young woman of a marriageable age. Okay. So, Pramada Iva. So, like a young woman of a marriageable age, ornamented, bedecked young woman, Iva Raraja. Earth, the earth shone because it was covered with those manifold beautiful flowers, shown as if she was an ornamented young lady. Okay, so that is the meaning of this paragraph. Tarasvinati tarasvataha. Sorry. Tarasvinati taravaha. Tarasvinati taravastarasabhiprakampitāः. Tarasabhiprakampitāः. Kusumani vichitrani. Kusumani vichitrani. Sasrujuh kapina tada. Sasrujuh kapina tada. Tarasvinati taravastarasabhiprakampitāः. Tarasvinati taravastarasabhiprakampitāः. Kusumani vichitrani. Sasrujuh kapina tada. Kusumani vichitrani. Sasrujuh kapina tada. Together. Tarasvinati taravastarasabhiprakampitāः. Kusumani vichitrani. Sasrujuh kapina tada. The verb here is sasrujuho. Okay. Srijadatu. Sasrujuhu. Showered. Tada. Tarasvina kapina. Tada means then. Tarasvina kapina. By the fast moving kapina, monkey. Tritiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Kapina, kapihi shabdaha. Kapina, by the monkey that was moving quickly. Tarasa abhikampita. Speedily shaken. Te literally means they. Taravaha, trees. So by the fast moving monkey, the trees were shaken. How? Speedily. What did they do? Vichitrani kusumani sasrujuhu. Now, after the bird shook off the flowers, now the monkey which is moving fast is shaking off the flowers from the trees. So, vichitrani kusumani, different colorful flowers, sasrujuhu, showered. Okay, so first the birds rose up because they were woken up by the monkey, they showered flowers. Monkey was covered in flowers, he appeared like a moving spring. Then what happened? The earth was covered with flowers and looked like a bedecked young lady. Now the monkey is moving quickly, covered with flowers, shaking more flowers. That's what is being described. Okay. Ha, Rekha ji, your hand is raised.
And what's the word for tree, ma'am, in this shloka?
Taravaha. Taru refers to tree. Taravaha is in Bahuvachanam, trees.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Next shloka. Nirdhutapatrashikharah. Nirdhutapatrashikharah. शीर्णपुष्पफलद्रुमाः शीर्णपुष्पफलद्रुमाः निक्षिप्तवस्त्राभरणा निक्षिप्तवस्त्राभरणा धूर्ता इव पराजिताः धूर्ता इव पराजिताः निर्धूतपत्रशिखराः शीर्णपुष्पफलद्रुमाः निर्धूतपत्रशिखराः शीर्णपुष्पफलद्रुमाः निक्षिप्तवस्त्राभरणा धूर्ता इव पराजिताः निक्षिप्तवस्त्राभरणा धूर्ता इव पराजिताः टुगेदर निर्धूतपत्रशिखराः शीर्णपुष्पफलद्रुमाः निक्षिप्तवस्त्राभरणा धूर्ता इव पराजिताः. Now comes a very poetic description of how the trees appear. Two times they have been shaken, multiple times they have been shaken, multiple times the flowers have fallen by two different agents, the birds and Hanuman. Okay, now how do they appear? Here there is no verb. So we add the word babhuva. Okay, was, were rather. Nirdhuta patra shikharaha. Shikhara refers to top. Patra refers to trees, leaves. Nirdhuta means bereft of. So bereft of leaves in the top branches. Shirna pushpa phala phalaha. Shirna means what? Without, bereft of. Pushpa phalaha. Without what? Both flowers and fruits. Drumaha, trees. So here one more word for trees. See, drumaha, trees. Padakaha we have seen for trees. Then we have seen taruhu for trees. Vrikshaha we have seen. Now we are seeing druma, right? Taravaha, taruhu, taravaha. Guru, guruhu, same. Okay, ukaranta pullinga shabda. Drumaha, trees. Okay, so these trees were bereft of or shorn of leaves in the upper branches, and they were shorn of flowers and fruits. How do they appear? Parajitaha, nikshipta vastrabharanaha, dhurtaha iva babhuva. We can't say shushube, they didn't glow. How do they look? Parajitaha, like defeated. Nikshipta vastrabharanaha, with their clothes and ornaments cast off. Dhurtaha, gamblers. So after losing the game of dice consistently, when you have lost even the shirt off your back, how you will look. Like that, the trees appeared, bereft of their leaves and their fruits and their flowers. Look at Valmiki Maharishi's imagination when he is comparing how the trees appeared with the gambler. Even earlier we have seen, like staring unblinkingly, like how a gambler would stare. Those lamps which were staring at this one, at the ladies in the Antapura. Even there he uses the comparison with gamblers. Now we move on to the next. हनुमता वेगवता हनुमता वेगवता कम्पितास्तेन गोत्तमाः कम्पितास्तेन गोत्तमाः पुष्पपर्णफलान्याशु पुष्पपर्णफलान्याशु मुमुचुः पुष्पशालिनः मुमुचुः पुष्पशालिनः हनुमता वेगवता कम्पितास्तेन गोत्तमाः हनुमता वेगवता कम्पितास्तेन गोत्तमाः पुष्पपर्णफलान्याशु मुमुचुः पुष्पशालिनः पुष्पपर्णफलान्याशु मुमुचुः पुष्पशालिनः. Together. हनुमता वेगवता कम्पितास्तेन गोत्तमाः पुष्पपर्णफलान्याशु मुमुचुः पुष्पशालिनः. Okay, here the verb is muchuho. They released. Who released? Pushpashalinaha nagottamaha released. Pushpashalinaha means what? Those which usually have a lot of flowers. What are they? Nagottamaha. Nagottamaha here refers to the trees. Okay, so the trees which are usually full of flowers. Hanumata Vegavata Kampitaha Nagottama. By the speedy Hanuman. Vegavan Hanuman. Vegavata Hanumata in Tritiya Vibhakti. So by the fast Hanuman, Kampitaha Nagottamaha. The shaken trees. Te Pushpa Parana Phalani Ashu Mumuchuhu. Ashu means immediately. Pushpa Parana Phalani. Fruits, leaves, sorry, flowers, leaves, fruits. Ashu, immediately. Mumuchuhu, released. Okay, so the trees had shaken off all the flowers and fruits and trees. So just continues with the same theme. So we move on to the next shloka. Vihanga sangai hinaste Vihanga sangair hinaste विहङ्गसङ्घैर्हीनास्ते स्कन्धमात्राश्रया द्रुमाः स्कन्धमात्राश्रया द्रुमाः बभूवुरगमाः सर्वे बभूवुरगमाः सर्वे मारुतेनेव निर्धुताः मारुतेनेव निर्धुताः विहङ्गसङ्घैर्हीनास्ते स्कन्धमात्राश्रया द्रुमाः विहङ्गसङ्घैर्हीनास्ते स्कन्धमात्राश्रया द्रुमाः बभूवुरगमाः सर्वे मारुतेनेव निर्धुताः बभूवुरगमाः सर्वे मारुतेनेव निर्धुताः टुगेदर विहङ्गसङ्घैर्हीनास्ते स्कन्धमात्राश्रया द्रुमाः बभूवुरगमाः सर्वे मारुतेनेव निर्धुताः babhuvuhu became. What did they become? Sarve te drumaha. Sarve te, all those trees. Sarve te drumaha, all those trees. Marutena nirdhutaha. Maruta refers to the wind. There is a play on words here. I'll explain it after I finish explaining the meaning of the shloka. Maruta refers to the wind. By the wind, nirdhutaha, shaken or laid bare. Nirdhutaha, actually laid bare, not shaken. Nirdhutaha, laid bare. Agamaha iva. Okay. Agamaha iva vihanga sanghaihi hinaha. Agamaha. Agamaha is also a tree. That which does not move. Agamaha. Gam means to move, right? Agama, that which does not move. So agamaha, agamaha iva, like trees. Vihanga sanghaihi hinaha. Bereft of the bird, the collection of birds, skandhamatrashrayaha, only resting on their branches, babhuvuhu, they became. So what happened to the trees basically? The trees were bereft not only of all the birds which had flown away, but they appeared because as if shaken by the wind and the leaves had fallen off, shaken by Maruti, the leaves, the wind, the leaves, the flowers, the fruits and the birds, everything had fallen off. Okay, so two words are used for trees here, Drumaha and Agamaha. The word play here is in Marutena. Marutena means only by wind. But in the commentary by the Kataka commentary, he says Marutina is the meaning that we must take. So Marutena simply means wind. No, when we take the meaning as Marutina, the meaning will become shaken by Hanuman. So the word wind is used as a placeholder. Okay, the common noun wind is used as a placeholder for Maruti, namely Hanuman. Okay, that is an interesting word usage here. I hope it's clear. Because Marutaha is not a name for Hanuman. Maruti is the name for Hanuman. Tritiya Vibhakti, it becomes Marutina. So it should have been Marutina, but the word used by Valmiki is Marutena to say that by one word he is achieving two similes. As if shaken by the wind, the tree had lost all its leaves. This tree appeared bare. As now shaken by Hanuman, this tree had lost its wind, has lost its leaves, fruits, flowers, and the birds on its branches, thereby resting only on its kandha matra ashraya, only on its shoulders, only on its bare branches, it was appearing. That's the meaning. I hope it's clear. If it's confusing for everyone, ask me, I'll explain it again. Radha Bhagini, okay, no? You were thinking of Marutena, so I was just wondering what was going
No,
on.
no, no. The same. You have given the explanation. No, exactly. The meaning is by.
By. அது
Uh,
திருத்தியா விபக்தியில மாருதா மாருதேனா ஆகும்.
and
மாருதி
then
மாருதினா
and,
ஆகும். That's all.
and Maruti Ikaranta Tritiya Vibhakti.
Correct.
This is.
Correct. And
I was
therefore,
also thinking the same.
and by using the word Marutena, Valmiki has conveyed both the meanings of wind and Hanuman.
And who is Hanuman? Maruti Putraha.
Maruti.
So
Yes.
both.
Both are okay. Right. Okay. So we move to the next shloka. Nirdhuta, next two shlokas have to be taken together for the Anvaya. Nirdhuta-keshi yuvatihi Nirdhuta-keshi yuvatir yatha mridita varnaka Yatha mridita varnaka Nishpita shubhadantoshthi Nishpita shubhadantoshthi Nakhair दन्तैश्च विक्षता नखैर्दन्तैश्च विक्षता. Raji ji, following the chanting?
Yes, ma'am, but little bit.
What you want me to repeat? You asked me to please stop and repeat. I'm happy to repeat. You looked a little confused.
Yes, ma'am. This time little
This
bit
word,
tough.
This one, I'll go slowly.
This one, yeah, this one, and one more is also there. I'll ask you at the end of the class.
End of the class, but this one I'll go slow and tell it again. Okay, sure. Nirdhuta-keshi yuvatir yatha mridita varnaka Nirdhuta-keshi yuvatir yatha mridita varnaka. Once more. Nirdhuta-keshi yuvatir यथा मृदितवर्णका निष्पीत शुभदन्तोष्ठी नखैर्दन्तैश्च विक्षता निष्पीत शुभदन्तोष्ठी नखैर्दन्तैश्च विक्षता. Once more. निष्पीत शुभ दन्तोष्टी नखैर्दन्तैश्च विक्षता. Together. निर्धूतकेशी युवतिर् यथा मृदितवर्णका निष्पीत शुभ दन्तोष्ठी नखैर्दन्तैश्च विक्षता. Next shloka also we have to take together. Tathalangulahastaicha Tathalangulahastaicha sorry Hastaicha. Kausalya ji, your automatic reactions are flooding the screen. तथालाङ्गूलहस्तैश्च चरणाभ्यां च मर्दिता चरणाभ्यां च मर्दिता बभूवा शोकवनिका बभूवा शोकवनिका प्रभग्न वरपादपा प्रभग्न वरपादपा तथालाङ्गूलहस्तैश्च चरणाभ्यां च मर्दिता तथालाङ्गूलहस्तैश्च चरणाभ्यां च मर्दिता बभूवाशोकवनिका प्रभग्नवरपादपा बभूवाशोकवनिका प्रभग्नवरपादपा. Together. तथालाङ्गूलहस्तैश्च चरणाभ्यां च मर्दिता बभूवाशोकवनिका प्रभग्नवरपादपा. Right, so we are here now the two shlokas together, 18 and 19. Babhuva appeared. What appeared? Sorry. Langula hastaihi cha. Langula hastaihi. Langula, tail. Hasta, hands. So limbs. By the limbs and the tail, cha and charanabhyam, 2 feet actually. So by the hands, feet and tail, cha marditaha, crushed. Prabhagnavara padapaha. Padapa, tree. Vara, the supreme trees, the Sreshta trees. Prabhagna, shattered. So the trees which were thus shattered by being crushed by Hanuman's tails, hands and legs, with trees like these, okay, Ashoka Vanika had many trees. So here the word is not just for one tree, but for Padapaha, all the trees. So in the Ashoka Vana, the many trees which were crushed by Hanuman's arms, legs and tail, comprised of these, Ashoka Vanika, the Ashoka forest. How did it appear? Nirdhuta Keshi, one with disheveled hair, Kesha hair. Nirdhuta, disheveled hair, not shorn of hair, but disheveled hair. Nakhaihi dantaihi vikshataha, as if torn or wounded by nails and teeth. Yuvatihi, young woman. Okay, and Nishpita Shubha dantoshti, with marks of the teeth. Okay, Yuvatihi, like a young woman. Tatha babhuva, like that. Mridita varnakaha. Mridita varnakaha refers to one with a tilaka smeared off. Okay, so the Ashokavana, with all its trees pressed by Hanuman, shaken by him, with all the leaves and the fruits and the flowers having fallen off, appeared like a young woman who had been ravished. So as if with marks of the fingernails, with marks of the teeth, with the tilaka rubbed off, this is how Ashokavana appeared. Now, interesting word usage, because we have been seeing in the entire 14th Sarga, Valmiki Maharishi is not calling Ashokavana Ashokavanam. Napumsaka padam nasti. What is it? It is a Strilinga padam. Ashoka Vanika. Because of using the Strilinga padam, he makes his comparisons with a young lady. That is facilitated by the use of the Strilinga. Vanika. Vanika also means small forest. We saw that. Correct? It doesn't mean a large forest, but it means a cultivated small forest meant as a pleasure garden for Ravana. So, Vanika. So, Vanika, Strilinga Padam, thereby it facilitates comparison with a lady. I hope the meaning is clear of the two shlokas. Right? I'm moving forward. Oh, we didn't do this. Mahalatanam damani. Mahalatanam damani. Vyadhamattarasa kapihi. Vyadhamattarasa kapihi. If you have vyathamat in your text, that is also okay. Okay, vyathamat also has same meaning. Vyadhamat. Let me just see in Giri book what is there. Vyadhamat is there. Okay. Yatha pravrishi vindhyasya. Yatha pravrishi vindhyasya. Meghajalani marutaha. Meghajalani marutaha. Mahalatanam damani. Vyadhamattarasa kapihi. Mahalatanam damani. व्यधमत्तरसा कपिः यथा प्रावृषिविन्ध्यस्य मेघजालानि मारुतः यथा प्रावृषिविन्ध्यस्य मेघजालानि मारुतः टुगेदर महालतानां दामानि व्यधमत्तरसा कपिः यथा प्रावृषिविन्ध्यस्य मेघजालानि मारुतः. Okay, so let's see the meaning. Vyadhamat, vyathamat, vyathamat to shake, shook, vyadhamat scattered. Both similar, very similar and close in meaning here. Kapihi, Hanuman. Mahalatanam tarasa marutaha, that is Hanuman. Mahalatanam tarasa, of large creepers, tarasa, with great speed, pravrishi, vindhyasya, damani meghajalani yatha vyadhamat. Okay, pravrishi, in the rainy season. Pravrit refers to rainy season. Pravrishi, saptami vibhakti, in the rainy season. Vindhyasya, of the Vindhya mountains. Damani meghajalani. Damani means low hanging. Meghajalani means collection of clouds, clusters of clouds. Yatha, like that, Vyathamat. So Hanuman was jumping among the creepers now. The creepers which were laden with leaves. He was jumping among them. He scattered the creepers, okay, like low-hanging clouds on top of the Vindhya mountains. Okay, so this is how the description is given by Valmiki Maharishi.
What is described as those low-hanging clouds?
The creepers. Okay, the creepers are easily accessible. No, they are not at a great height. So he is moving in that level where the creepers are, and thereby he is agitating them. Okay. Satatra mणिभूमिश्च सतत्र मणिभूमिश्च राजतीश्च मनोरमाः राजतीश्च मनोरमाः तथा काञ्चन भूमिश्च ददर्श विचरन् कपिः सतत्र मणिभूमिश्च राजतीश्च मनोरमाः सतत्र मणिभूमिश्च राजतीश्च मनोरमाः तथा काञ्चन भूमिश्च ददर्श विचरन् कपिः तथा काञ्चन भूमिश्च ददर्श विचरन् कपिः टुगेदर सतत्र मणिभूमिश्च राजतीश्च मनोरमाः तथा काञ्चन भूमिश्च ददर्श विचरन् कपिः. Verb is dadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Saha kapihi dadarsha. That Hanuman saw. What did he see? Tatra, there. Vicharan, one who was roaming. Hanuman. Manibhumischa, floors with gem-studded floors. Rajatihi cha, silver. Tatha, likewise. Manoramaha, kanchana bhumihi cha. Manoramaha, pleasing to the eyes. Kanchana bhumihi, golden floors. Dadarsha. Now we must remember Ashokavanika is not a wild forest. Ashokavanika is a cultivated forest. What is it meant to be? A pleasure garden. For whom? For Ravana. So where Ravana is there, opulence, even though there is a lot of nature, opulence cannot be far behind. He likes his comforts. So the place where Ravana would keep his foot would be a golden platform. The place where he would rest himself would be one silver platform. There will be occasional gem-studded platforms here and there. So it is also laden with all the wealth that Lanka has. It is not one wild forest. Okay, so that is why he sees Kanchana Bhumi, Rajati Bhumi, Mani Bhumi, all these he sees in the Ashokavana. Because children will ask the question, how do you have silver floors in a forest? You're having silver floors in a forest because silver has been paved there on the flooring. Okay. Golden floor.
Gold or is it
Kanchana is gold.
You know that mirror?
Kanchana is not Kanch. In Hindi, Kanch means mirror. Kanchana in Sanskrit means gold. Okay. Yeah, we'll move to the next shloka. वापीश्च विविधाकाराः वापीश्च विविधाकाराः पूर्णाः परमवारिणा पूर्णाः परमवारिणा महार्हैर्मणिसोपानैः महार्हैर्मणिसोपानैः उपपन्नास्ततस्ततः उपपन्नास्ततस्ततः वापीश्च विविधाकाराः पूर्णाः परमवारिणा वापीश्च विविधाकाराः पूर्णाः परमवारिणा महार्हैर्मणिसोपानैः उपपन्नास्ततस्ततः महार्हैर्मणिसोपानैः उपपन्नास्ततस्ततः together वापीश्च विविधाकाराः पूर्णाः परमवारिणा महार्हैर्मणिसोपानैरुपपन्नास्ततस्ततः. Oh, Bhuna Bhagini, your hand is raised. Shamitamla, just now I saw. Did you have a question?
Bhagini, in the Shloka 20, Bhagini.
20, yeah?
Damani, what is the meaning, Bhagini? Damani there?
Hanging. Damaha, that which is tied and hanging. See, dam dhatu, to tie. Dama, that which is tied. Damani, therefore low hanging. That way the meaning is. Okay. So now what did he see? Now he is seeing Vapi. Paramavarina Purna Dadarsha we have to add. He saw. What did he see? Saha Maruti Dadarsha. Tatastataha Dadarsha. Here and there, Maruti saw. Next few shlokas the same. Here and there, Maruti saw has to be added. Paramavarina Purnaha. Purnaha filled with. Paramavarina means pure water. Vari means water. Toyam water. Jala water. Okay. So here Vari means water. Paramavarina Tritiya Vibhakti filled by filled with pure water. Maharhaihi Manisopanaihi Upapannaha. Maharha rich with rich. Manisopanaha gem-studded staircases. Upapannaha endowed with. Okay, so what is he seeing here? Vapihi. Okay, Vapihi means what? Vapihi refers to small tanks. So he sees tanks which are having pure fresh water filled in them. And even these tanks are opulent. They have gem-studded steps and they appear opulent and rich looking. The next few shlokas continue to describe these Vapihi only. Mukta Pravalasikata Mukta Pravalasikataha Sphatikantara Kuttimaha Sphatikantara Kuttimaha Kanchanaistarubischitreihi Kanchanaistarubischitreihi Tirajairupasobhitaha Tirajairupasobhitaah Mukta Pravalasikataah Sphatikantara Kuttimaah Mukta Pravalasikataah Sphatikantara Kuttimaah Kanchanaistarubischitreihi Tirajairupasobhitaah Kanchanaistarubischitreihistirajairupasobhitaah. Together. Mukta Pravalasikataah Sphatikantara Kuttimaah Kanchanaistarubischitreihi चित्रैस्तीरजैरुपशोभिताः. The vapis are upashobhitaha, decorated with what? So Sahamartihi Dadarsha. That Hanuman saw. What did he see? Vapis, the wells. How the small tanks and wells. So how were they decorated? We saw with gem-studded steps. Mukta pravala sikataha. Sikata refers to sand. Okay. Mukta pravala sikataha. What was the sand surrounding these wells? It was made of pearl dust and coral dust. Okay, so pearl and coral dust form the sand around these wells. Sphatikantara Puttimaha. They had platforms which were inlaid with crystals and other precious gemstones. And then Kanchanaihi Tarubihi Chitraihi. Okay, Kanchanaihi with golden colorful trees Tirajaihi, growing on their sides. Tadarsha. So seeing, he saw these colorful golden trees growing on their sides, edges of the wells. The wells were having sand which was made of pearl dust and coral dust and platforms inlaid with crystal. Spatika refers to, Spatika means of crystal. Spatika refers to crystal. Spatika refers to of crystal, made of crystal. Okay, Antara Kuttimaha. Antara means inlaid. Kuttimaha refers to the platform. Fulla Padmotpalavanaha. Fulla Padmotpalavanaha. Chakravakopakujitaha. Chakravakopakujitaha. Natyuharuta Sanghushtaha. Natyuharuta Sanghushtaha. Hamsasarasanaditaah. Hamsasarasanaditaah. Pullapadmotpalavanashchakravakopakujitaah. Pullapadmotpalavanashchakravakopakujitaah. Natyuharuta Sanghushta Hamsa Sarasanaditaha. Natyuharuta Sanghushta Hamsa Sarasanaditaha. Together. Pulla Padmotpalavanaschakravakopakujitaha. Natyuharuta Sanghushtaha Hamsasarasanaditaha. Okay, so Saha Marutihi Dadarsha, that Hanuman saw. What did he see? Pulla Padmot Palavanaha. Now the inside of the tanks, how were they? Pulla, bloomed. Padma Utpala, Padma lotus. Utpala, dark blue lilies. Vanaha, clusters. So he saw fully bloomed lotus and blue lily clusters in those beautiful wells and tanks which were filled with pure water. Chakravakopa Kujitaha. Chakravaka refers to the Chakravaka birds. Upakujitaha, resounding with the sound of these Chakravaka birds. Natyuharuta Sanghushtaha, with flocks of waterfowl. Natyuhara refers to, in, in Tamil we say Natchukuruvi, the kind of bird which inhabits the marshy lands. So waterfowl. So like with groups of, filled with groups of waterfowls, they usually are very noisy. So Natyuharuta Sanghushtaha. Hamsa Sarasa Naditaha, again resounding with the sounds of the swan and the other Sarasa birds. So the place was looking beautiful, not just with all the artificial gold, silver, pearl, corals, etc., but it also was replete with blooming flowers and wildlife, okay, and birds. And they were resounding. They were making their sounds and making the place appear very charming. Chakravaka is a kind of bird. I don't have an English translation for it. It is one of those old. Sarasa is a kind of swan, crane. Again, water birds. दीर्घाभिर्द्रुमयुक्ताभिः दीर्घाभिर्द्रुमयुक्ताभिः सरिद्भिश्च समन्ततः सरिद्भिश्च समन्ततः अमृतोपमतोयाभिः अमृतोपमतोयाभिः शिवाभिरुपसंस्कृताः शिवाभिरुपसंस्कृताः दीर्घाभिर्द्रुमयुक्ताभिः. I'll again repeat that phrase as I saw many didn't repeat after me. Dirghabhir drumayuktabhihi. Okay, together that line. Dirghabhir drumayuktabhis saridbhischa samantataha. अमृतोपमतो याभिः शिवाभिरुपसंस्कृताः अमृतोपमतो याभिः शिवाभिरुपसंस्कृताः. Together. दीर्घाभिर्द्रुमयुक्ताभिः सरिद्भिश्च समन्ततः अमृतोपमतो याभिः शिवाभिरुपसंस्कृताः. Okay, so let's see the meaning. Saha Marutihi Dadasha. Hanuman saw Dirghabhihi Drumayuktabhihi with long trees, which means tall trees. Amritopama Toyabhihi with nectar like waters. Saritbihi cha Sarit Shivabihi Saritbihi with auspicious. Sarit refers to streamlets. With auspicious, see, Sarita and Nadi, what is the difference? Nadi is a free-flowing large river. Okay, Sarita when you call, Sarita when you name it, Sarita refers to a small rivulet, small stream emerging out of a big river. So here, these tanks had small rivulets emerging from them. So the adjective for it is Shivaha Sarit. Okay, what does that mean? Auspicious streamlets. Okay, so with auspicious streamlets, this is to basically show that there was a lot of water. There was no shortage of water. There was no drought. Okay, samantataha upasanskritaha. Everywhere well decorated. This is how the Ashokavanika appeared to Hanuman. So with tall trees, auspicious rivulets flowing everywhere, with nectar-like waters, okay, Ashokavanika appeared to Hanuman. That is the meaning of this particular shloka. If you want me to explain any particular word again, ask me. If I went a little fast. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next shloka. Latashatairavatataha Latashatairavatataha Santana Kusumavritaha Santana Kusumavritaha Nana Gulma Vritavanaha Nana Gulma Vritavanaha Karavira Kritantaraha Karavira Kritantaraha Latashatairavatataha Santana Kusumavritaha Latashatairavatataha Santana Kusumavritaha Nana Gulma Vritavana Karavira Kritantaraha Nana Gulma Vritavanaha Karavira Kritantaraha. Together. Latashatairavatataha Santana Kusumavritaha Nana Gulma Vritavanaha Karavira Kritantaraha. Lata Shataihi Avatataha with hundreds of Lata creepers, with hundreds of creepers. Avatataha spread over everywhere. Santana Kusuma Vritaha. Scattered with the divine blossoms of the Santana tree. Santana is one of the Deva Vrikshas. Right? Like Parijata, one of the Deva Vrikshas is Santana. Okay. So Ravana had all the Devas under his control. So even the Devaloka Vriksha, Santana was there in Ashokavana. So scattered everywhere with Santana Kusuma, with the flowers of the Santana tree. Then Nana Gulma Vrita Vanaha. Okay, with forests which were thick with Nana Gulma, with different kinds of bushes. Okay, Avrita covered, Vana forest, Nana Gulma, different kinds of bushes. Karavira Kritantaraha. Karavira, different kinds of lilies. Kritantaraha, which were in bloom. It was filled everywhere with lilies in bloom. Vividha, so this kind of sight he saw. Saha Kapi Saha Marutihi Dadarsha. Kritantaraha Vapihi Ashokavanika Dadarsha. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. With this, the entire this one description is done. Anantaram Tavakshasthani. Okay. We will not go into that meaning. We will go directly to the next shloka. Tatom budhara sankasham pravriddha shikharam girim vichitrakutam kutaischa sarvatah sarvatah parivaritam tatom budhara sankasham pravriddha shikharam girim tatom budhara sankasham pravriddha shikharam girim vichitrakutam kutaischa sarvatah parivaritam vichitrakutam kutaischa sarvatah parivaritam. Together. Tatom budhara sankasham pravriddha shikharam girim vichitrakutam kutaischa sarvatah parivaritam. Next shloka also we have to take to do the Anvaya. शीलागृहैरवततं नानावृक्षैः समावृतं ददर्श हरिशार्दूलो रम्यं जगति पर्वतम् शीलागृहैरवततं नानावृक्षैः समावृतं शीलागृहैरवततं नानावृक्षैः समावृतं ददर्श हरिशार्दूलो रम्यं जगति पर्वतम् ददर्श हरिशार्दूलो रम्यं जगति पर्वतम्. Together. शीलागृहैरवततं नानावृक्षैः समावृतं ददर्श हरिशार्दूलो रम्यं जगति पर्वतम्. For the verb only we waited. Dadarsha, he saw. Who saw? Tataha Harishardulaha. Tataha, then. Harishardulaha, the tiger among the monkeys. Who is that? Hanuman. Okay. Here, Jagati Ramyam Parvatam. Jagati, on earth. Ramyam Parvatam, a delightful, charming mountain. Here, this is not a massive mountain. Small hillock. On the Ashokavana, there is a hillock. Ambudhara Sankasham. Okay, this is from the previous shloka. Ambudhara. Ambu means what? Water. Okay, we saw so many words for water. No, Vari, we have seen in today's class only. We saw Vari also. Now we are seeing another word, Ambu. So, Ambu Dhara. What do you think that means? Dhara means that which bears. Therefore, Ambu Dhara, what is it?
The mountain itself.
I, Radhaji, please don't answer. You're banned from us. Bhuvana Bhagini also banned from us. Chandrika ji, please tell.
Lake or pond?
No.
Cloud, ma'am.
Cloud, correct, cloud. Ambudhara. Okay, so Toyada, all these are clouds only. Okay, so that Toyam is also water. Jalam, Toyam. We should learn all these synonyms so that when we read anything in Sanskrit, we'll be able to follow. Bari, water. Jalam, water. Only Jalam we know because in Telugu also we say Jalam. In Karnataka also we say Jalam. Kannada also we say Jalam. In Tamil also we say Jalam. But there are so many words, no, for water. So another word is Ambu for water. Ambuda, Ambudhara, that which bears water, cloud. Ambudhara, like Sankasha, like the word Nibha, Eva, Yatha, Sankasha, all these means like. So, like a cloud. So, the mountain is appearing like a cloud. Okay. Pravriddha Shikaram, with tall peaks. Vichitra Kutam, with rows of colorful. Kuta itself means peak. Vichitra means colorful peaks. Sarvataha Kutaihi Parivaritam, everywhere with peaks. Sarvataha, everywhere. Kutaihi, with peaks. Parivaritam, surrounded. Okay. Shilagrihaihi, with caves. Shilagriha, Shila means rock. Griha means house. Rock house equal to cave. This is the beauty of Sanskrit. Okay, instead of saying Guha like we say in Tamil or in Telugu or in Kannada, the word uses Shilagriha, rock house, for a cave. So Shilagrihaihi, with caves, Avatatam, covered everywhere, extending. Nana Vrikshaihi, with different kinds of trees. Samavritam, surrounded. Girim Dadarsha. He saw such Parvatam, Girim, he saw such a mountain. So basically on the Ashokavana, this is not a large mountain, just that there was it's a pleasure garden, so even the mountain there is of a reasonable small hillock size only, but he sees this mountain there. Okay, the word Jagati Ramyam means in this world very delightful in appearance. So even this mountain or this hillock was constructed for its delightful appearance, not because it was some existing existing geographical feature. It's a man-made hillock. Okay, that is why Jagati Ramyam. So beautiful that you see it, that is, what do you call, in this earth presenting a very delightful appearance. In fact, some of these shlokas, as you're hearing from 22 to 28, you would have found in Pushpaka Vimana Varnana also many such words and adjectives used to describe the Pushpaka Vimana. Right? Not the mountains and the peaks, but the things about the precious stones, the gemstones, the corals, the pearl references, and even with these words like what is constructed, man-made birds, man-made trees, man-made landscaping, all this was covered in Pushpaka Vimana. If you read that chapter now again, you will realize many of the descriptions are very similar. The adjectives are very similar. Someone's hand. Shivgamiji, please ask.
Yeah. I did not understand how this clouds is relating in this shloka.
The mountain appears like a rain cloud. So basically, it appears dark. Whenever something is compared to a rain cloud, it is to say that it is dark in color.
Okay.
Dark, heavy, foreboding in the sense, looking imposing. Not foreboding, imposing is the correct word. So it presents a very imposing sight.
Okay.
Okay. So Ambudra Sankasham, Pravriddha Shikaram, with tall peaks. So that's how it appears, like a rain cloud.
Okay.
Even Hanuman is compared to a rain cloud in the first Sarga. When he leaps over the ocean, he is compared to a massive rain cloud, remember? So anything that presents an imposing appearance is often compared to a rain cloud. Old Sanskrit literature, when we read, it's Adi Kavyam. When we read Ramayana also, we will find these references only. And we have to understand that this is meant to convey the fact that it has a majestic, imposing appearance. Okay. A cloud should not be taken as one of those fluffy white cumulus nimbus, cumulus and all. This is dark, imposing the rain cloud, nimbus.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I moved on to a shloka. Thank you, Shreya.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Dadarsh cha nagattasmat. 1 second. I'll just make my screen okay. Dadarsh cha nagattasmat. ददर्श च नगात् तस्मात् नदीं तस्मात् नदीं सन्धिं भूत्वा तस्मान् नदीम् इति ददर्श च नगात् तस्मान् नदीं निपतितां कपिः. If I tell it together, if I break it, ददर्श च नगात् तस्मात् Nadim Nipatitam Kapihi. I think in the Sarga 14 chanting guide which I have shared on YouTube, I would have broken and chanted because I may not have been able to have held my breath at that time. I might have paused there. So Dadarsha Chanagat Tasmat Nadim. If you break it, if you join it, Tasman Nadim. Takara becomes Nakara. Okay, it's clear now? Again the first line. Dadasha Chanagat तस्मान्नदीं निपतितां कपिः अङ्कादिव समुत्पत्य प्रियस्य पतितां प्रियां ददर्श च नगात् तस्मान्नदीं निपतितां कपिः ददर्श च नगात् तस्मान्नदीं निपतितां कपिः अङ्कादिव समुत्पत्य प्रियस्य पतितां प्रियाम् अङ्कादिव समुत्पत्य प्रियस्य पतितां प्रियाम्. Together. ददर्श च नगात् तस्मात् नदीं निपतितां कपिः अङ्कादिव समुत्पत्य प्रियस्य पतितां प्रियाम्. To make sense of this, we need to learn 3 shlokas together, 29, 30 and 31. So we'll do that. जले निपतिताग्रैश्च पादपैरुपशोभितां वार्यमाणामिव क्रुद्धां प्रमदां प्रियबन्धुभिः जले निपतिताग्रैश्च पादपैरुपशोभिता जले निपतिताग्रैश्च पादपैरुपशोभिता वार्यमाणामिव क्रुद्धां प्रमदां प्रियबन्धुभिः वार्यमाणामिव क्रुद्धां प्रमदां प्रियबन्धुभिः. Together. जले निपतिताग्रैश्च पादपैरुपशोभितां वार्यमाणामिव क्रुद्धां प्रमदां प्रियबन्धुभिः. श्लोका. पुनरावृत्ततो याञ्च ददर्श समः कपिः प्रसन्नामिव कान्तस्य कान्तां पुनरुपस्थितां पुनरावृत्ततो याञ्च ददर्श समः कपिः पुनरावृत्ततो ततो याञ्च ददर्श समः कपिः प्रसन्नामिव कान्तस्य कान्तां पुनरुपस्थितां प्रसन्नामिव कान्तस्य कान्तां पुनरुपस्थितां together पुनरावृत्ततो याञ्च ददर्श समः कपिः प्रसन्नामिव कान्तस्य कान्तां पुनरुपस्थिताम्. So now, Dadarsha is the verb. Here in the three shlokas, Valmiki tells a whole story. Describing something, he tells a whole story. What is he telling? Let us see. I'll give a word by word meaning. Let's try to make sense of it. Kapihi, Hanuman. Tasmat Nagat. We just saw, no? He saw this artificial hillock. Tasmat Nagat. From that hill. Naga also means Parvataha, mountain. Okay. From that mountain, Nipatitam Nadim. Falling river. How was a river falling from that mountain? Priyasya Ankat Samutpatya Patitam Priyam Iva. Okay. Priyasya Ankat, from the beloved's lap. Here the comparison between the mountain and the river is like that of a woman and her beloved. The woman, that is the Nadi, is jumping off the mountain like how the woman would jump off her beloved's lap. Priyasya Ankat Samutpatya, having jumped up, Patitam, falling down, Priyamiva, like a beloved. So here he is, do you understand the comparison between the Nadi mountain and the woman and her beloved? Okay, so the Nadi is jumping from the mountain. Then what happens? Jale nipatita grehi padapaihi upashobhitam priyabandhubihi varyamanam. Jale, in the water. Now the water has fallen from the mountain. The river has fallen from the mountain. Where is it? On the ground. In the water, Jale nipatita grehi. Nipatita here refers to bent. Agrehi refers to the agrabhaga or the branches. Padapaihi, trees. So many trees were bending towards the river. Their branches were dipped in the water. So how did they appear? Upashobhitam, they looked very nice. Priyabandhubihi varyamanam. Priyabandhubihi, by dear relatives, varyamanam, one who was being stopped. So this angry woman who was left off from her beloved's lap is being stopped by her relatives. Who are the relatives here? The trees. So the trees are all bending in the water saying, please don't go further, please don't go further. And they're stopping the river from moving further. Like beloved relatives stopping the woman from running away from her husband. Okay. So Priyabandhubihi Varyamana means stopped. Okay. Kruddham Pramadamiva. So she looks like an angry young woman. Who? The river, which has fallen. Nadim Dadarsha. He saw this Nadi and then Avritta Toyam, having been stopped by her relatives, Avritta Toyam, because remember all this is man-made, even this river. So what is the river doing? Avritta Toyam, it is going back towards the mountain. In real life, when a river emerges from a mountain, it just goes towards the sea. Here, what is this river doing? Going in circles probably. So it seems to be going back towards the mountain. Avritta Toyam, the returning waters, Toyam water, Avritta returning. And the returning waters also, Kantasya Prasannam Punaha Upasthitam Kantamiva. Kantasya Prasannam, now happy again with her husband, Punaha Upasthitam, again returning, Kantamiva, wife, like a woman, Mahakapihi Punaha Dadarsha, Hanuman again saw. So Valmiki is generally having, a lot of, spending his, or rather using his word play to describe how beautiful Ashokavana looked. Okay, artificial hillock, river falling from it, appears like an angry woman jumping off her beloved's lap. In the water, these trees which are bent appear to be the fond relatives stopping the river from moving away, or stopping the woman from moving away from her husband. This angry woman he saw, and then the same woman was pleased with her husband, so she goes back again. Okay, and this is described by, and this is seen by Hanuman, says Valmiki. Okay. So it's basically a man-made feature. We understand. So with this we will stop for today, and then we will continue the rest of the description in the subsequent class. We can stop the recording. We'll go to the conclusion class.